A lot of people think glow ups happen because of one big transformation: expensive skincare, makeup, weight loss, perfect genetics. But honestly, the biggest changes usually come from tiny habits repeated every single day. Small things that seem insignificant at first, but slowly change your face, your energy, and the way you feel about yourself. And sometimes confidence doesn't appear overnight. It grows quietly through the little ways you start taking care of yourself. So, here are the tiny habits that genuinely changed my face and my confidence. One of the first things that had changed my appearance was sleep. Not skincare, not makeup, sleep. I didn't realize how much exhaustion was showing on my face until I finally started resting properly. My skin looked less dull, my eyes looked brighter, my face looked less tired and puffy. Even my mood improved. And psychologically, when you feel rested, you naturally carry yourself differently. You become calmer, softer, more emotionally stable, which also affects attractiveness more than people realize. Okay, this sounds basic, but drinking enough water genuinely changed my skin. Not in an unrealistic glass skin overnight way, but slowly my face started looking healthier, less dry, less tired, more alive. And weirdly, drinking water consistently also made me feel more disciplined. Tiny healthy habits build self respect, and confidence often comes from keeping promises to yourself. I used to underestimate posture so much, but posture completely changes your appearance. The same person can look insecure or confident depending on how they carry themselves. Once I stopped constantly looking down, slouching, and shrinking myself, I started feeling prettier naturally. Better posture changes your jawline, your presence, your body language, and even how people respond to you. Confidence is often visible before someone even speaks. I also realized that constantly insulting yourself changes your energy. When you repeatedly tell yourself, I'm ugly, I'm not enough, everyone looks better than me, your brain slowly starts believing it. And eventually, it affects the way you carry yourself too. I didn't magically become confident overnight, but I stopped being cruel to myself. And honestly, that changed my face more than makeup ever did. Stress, insecurity, and self hatred eventually showed physically too. But the habit that changed me the most was actually something extremely small: doing skincare at night, brushing my hair properly, wearing clean clothes at home, using lip balm before sleeping, tiny things. But those habits slowly taught me something important. I deserved care, even when nobody else was watching. And that mindset changes confidence deeply. Because real confidence doesn't come from attention, it comes from how you treat yourself privately. Another thing that changed my confidence was spending less time comparing myself online. Social media made me hyper aware of every flaw, every pore, every ankle, every insecurity. But most of what we see online isn't even real. Filters, editing, lighting, carefully chosen moments. Once I stopped obsessively comparing myself to strangers, I started appreciating my own appearance more. And honestly, peace makes people look prettier too. I used to copy trends that didn't even fit me. And because of that, I never fully comfortable in my appearance. But when I started finding colors, hairstyles, and clothes that actually suited me, everything looked more harmonious. Confidence increases when you stop forcing yourself to become someone else. Sometimes glow ups are simply about understanding yourself better. This sounds small, but constantly looking stressed changes your face a lot. I used to tense my jaw, overthinking constantly, and carry stress physically. But once I became calmer emotionally, my whole face started looking softer, more approachable, more feminine, more alive. People are naturally drawn to warmth. Looking back now, none of the habits that changed me were dramatic. They were tiny but repeated consistently. And that's the part people underestimate. Real glow ups are usually quiet. They happen slowly through better routines, healthier thoughts, and small acts of self care repeated daily. Confidence also isn't waking up one day suddenly loving everything about yourself. Sometimes it's simply sleeping earlier, drinking water, fixing your posture, speaking kinder to yourself, and slowly becoming someone who feels safe in their own skin. And honestly, that kind of confidence looks beautiful on everyone. Because the most attractive people usually aren't the most perfect ones. They are the people who learned how to feel comfortable being themselves.